150 million years ago, the Jurassic forest stretched across the Earth. At dawn, mist rose from the ground, coating ferns and horsetails in silver dew. A Brachiosaurus lifted its neck above the canopy, pulling down branches as if plucking fruit from the sky. Its footsteps cracked the earth, echoing between trees. Smaller dinosaurs scattered, diving into undergrowth. Tiny mammals vanished into burrows, sensing danger they could not see. The forest came alive with sound, birds, insects, the deep breath of giants. In this cathedral of green, life stirred at every level. The king of this land was not yet awake. But soon, even predators would rise, and the cycle of life and death would begin again. The Jurassic world was built on plants. Conifers rose like towers. Cycads stood thick as pillars. Ferns spread like carpets across the forest floor. These plants fed the giants. Diplodocus swept its long neck like a scythe, stripping leaves and swathes. Stegosaurus grazed slowly, armored plates rising like flags. The forest fed them, but also hid danger. Roots tangled paths, rivers cut deep channels, swamps waited in silence. Every step was both a gift and a risk. And in the shadows, eyes watched the herds. Patience was the predator's weapon. The herbivores ruled by numbers and size. Diplodocus herds marched in rivers of flesh, their tails whipping like whips of steel. Brachiosaurus stretched into the sky, taller than most trees. Stegosaurus formed small groups, their spiked tails ready to defend. Together, they shaped the forest. Paths crushed by their weight became new roads. Clearings formed where they stripped branches bare. But being a giant brought weakness. The slow, the young, the sick fell behind, and predators circled them like shadows. For in the Jurassic forest, the balance was fragile. No giant was untouchable. And then came the hunters, Allosaurus, the lion of its time, its jaws serrated, built to slice flesh. Its legs built for short bursts of speed. A pack moved silently through the trees. They circled, they tested, they waited. The herd sensed danger, but too late. With a roar, the attack began. Herbivores stampeded, earth trembling. Diplodocus swung its tail like a fortress wall. Stegosaurus spun, spikes slashing the air. But predators, they struck the weak, the wounded, the isolated. The forest echoed with screams and thunder, and silence always followed. Above the canopy was another kingdom. Pterosaurs drifted on warm currents, wings stretching wider than a house. They dove into rivers, catching fish in serrated beaks. Others soared high, scanning the herds below. The sky revealed the scale of the forest. Endless green waves, rivers glinting like silver, mountains fading into haze. But even the air carried danger. Storms gathered without warning. Lightning tore the sky apart. Rain hammered leaves until rivers overflowed. From above, the giants looked small. The forest was vast, and even kings were fragile. As the sun fell, the forest changed. The giants grew silent, herds gathered close. Mist rolled back across the floor, swallowing paths. The air cooled, and shadows stretched long. Night belonged to predators. Eyes glowed like coals between trees. Raptors whispered, their bodies weaving through undergrowth. Allosaurs prowled, each step measured. The insects sang louder, filling the silence. Amphibians croaked from swamps, their voices rising with the stars. Above, the same constellations we know today pierced the black sky. They watched as giants thrived. They would one day watch them fall. For now, the forest slept. But even in silence, life never stopped. This was the Jurassic, an age of green kingdoms, endless struggle, and eternal giants.